What's up, guys? KB Small Engine Repair here. Just wanted to try this out. I'm not sure if this is a thing or not, or if I should even make it a thing, but kind of had this idea brewing in my head today, and wanted to try it out. So here it is. Let me know in the comments or whatever if you guys like this, if I should keep doing it. So I won't be able to kind of keep up on the comments because I'm just going to be working. But let me know what you think. Later on, it will just be a video, so you can come back and maybe watch it. Maybe if I'm able to, maybe I'll go in and edit it, just so it can be a video for people to come back and watch later. That way, it will kind of be maybe a how-to. Hey, Dread Sage, is that how you said Dread Sage? So maybe I'll come back and edit it if I can. So it will be kind of a how-to. But for now, it's just going to be kind of raw, unedited, kind of shop work. And, if people want to watch, great. It may be boring to just watch somebody do some work. But so right now I'm working on this tiller. I don't know if you saw that video on me measuring. But I had this customer come in and say I gave him a few options on this to do an engine swap, and he said, "Hey, let's put a Predator on it. Let's spend $150 and call it good." So, like I said, I don't know if you saw the beginning of this, but I'm just going to do this live deal and put this thing back together, and people can watch. If not, no worries, but I don't know if this is going to be a cool thing or not. I guess we'll find out if people like it or not. But so far, I had all the engine off, obviously. So far, all I've done is I grabbed the Predator motor, and it was a direct replacement. So all I've done, grabbed the motor, the engine, and put the 4 mounting bolts on, which are right here. Torque those down, and then I had this idea to do kind of a live deal and just do a live rebuild. So we'll see if people like it or not. If you do, let me know. If not, maybe I won't do it again, but I figured I'd give it a shot and see if people like these or not. But again, it may be boring, but we'll see how it goes. So like I said, all I've done so far is put the 4 mounting bolts on, and we'll start going from there. It's a pretty direct replacement. I did have to go. I just got back from a hardware store. I had to get a couple spacers. The pulley is too close to the mounting block. Let me get you up closer if that works. The pulley is a little bit too close, so I just got a couple spacers. So again, this is completely. I've never done this before, and we'll see how it goes. So. I got a couple of just brass spacers. I want to put those on the shaft here. It's a 3/4 inch shaft. The old Briggs motor engine was a 3/4, so that was perfect. 4 mounting bolts placed right in the same spot. So I want to put 2 spacers on there and see how that goes. Put the key back in. And this is why it's live. This doesn't always go perfect, but I figured that may be why it's fun. You don't necessarily see these in the how-to videos, but not everything always goes perfect, so figured I'd show how it really goes. There we go. Oh, that's why I put it on backwards. TW. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the master, but like I said, if you watch the first part of this, I don't know if this will be cool or not, but you guys let me know if you like it. Just a recap for those just coming in, I'm just putting this Predator on that tiller that I did the measuring on. Customer said, yeah, let's just go ahead and do an engine swap on it, and he wanted to put a Predator on it. I gave him a few different options. I'm struggling on this. There we go. You know what? I'm going to take one of those spacers out. We're a little bit far. I'm going to take one of them out. I put two on there. Matt Small Engines. Hey Matt, I'm working on this Bilt Horse tiller. You saw my video about measuring specs. This is that customer's tiller. He opted to do an engine swap. So he told me to throw a Predator engine on there. So I picked that up today and trying to put it on there now. So it's just kind of a live deal showing you what it really looks like without all the editing. So here's one space. I'm just going to put one on there. There's that brass washer or spacer. Hey, what's up, William? So there's just one of those on there. I originally had two of these. I just took one off. Put the key back on. Make sure I get this the right way this time. Yeah, that's much better. I like that spacing. So much better there. Now, need to put the dry pulley back on. And the tapped shaft was a different measurement, so I also had to go get different bolts. Pro's leaking oil like crazy too. It's going to the bar. I'll help you out there in a minute, Paul. This is just kind of a live work session here. So I had to go pick up these new shaft bolts. I need to figure out which one's going to work. That one's too long. So this is a 5/16 by 5/16 24, and I believe this is the 2-inch. I got two different lengths because I wasn't sure which one. Yeah, that's a 2-inch. That's going to be perfect. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just putting the shaft bolts, put these pulleys on. So this worked out great. This little Bilt Horse, this Predator has so far been a direct swap. The exception of this shaft bolt. grab some vice grips real quick. Man, that cut me good. Okay. Perfect. I just got to make sure to get this belt on when I put it back. Oh, you know what? Dang it. That'll work. So you kind of have to lift up on this and get it over these spacer. You can't see behind the wheel, but over these spacer deals. All their MTD tiller. Perfect. Good to know, T-Dub. Get it over them spacer deals there. Now it's set. Perfect. Belt set. I think that's going to work great. So now we're just going to reset the pin, the engine. I don't know what you call that deal, but so that holds that engine piece in place. That's good there. I'm tickled. That worked out good. Perfect. I'm excited. This thing's going back together good. It's going back together a lot better than it came off. That was a pain. I've already taken off the battery. This had an electric start, whole deal. So the battery mount and everything was right here. I've already gotten that all taken care of. So now we just need to put this this whole piece back together, and should be getting close. Let's see what else have we got. So I think we just need to reset this and then put the engine guard on. I think that's about it, unless I'm missing something. Yes, we put that right on top of those spacers there. I think I'm going to have to tap this out, though. I damaged that one when I was trying to beat on that one. That one was stuck, which is why I took this one out. So this side I'm going to have to tap. But that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal at all. Just have to get that side tapped out. I could probably get these in place now. Grab the hardware for that. What's going on, Rusty? Yes, sir. Right on, Troy Bilt Horse. This is on that That video I did on the customer's engine that was too worn out, he told me to just do an engine swap. He chose to do a Predator deal. So you are 100%. It is a Troy Bilt horse. You done one of them, Rusty? What's up, AJP? See if I can do this without smashing my finger. I don't think that's the right. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I can't remember. Where'd that little bugger go? My lift's all taken up. I've got a got another kind of, not a full rebuild, but I got to replace the cylinder head. Had a mouse want to live in the engine there, and so cylinder head got warped, burnt the valves, did all that, and so doing another rebuild up there, and my lift's full, so that's why I'm kind of working on the ground here, but that's all right. Fellas got to do what a fella's got to do, right? So what do you guys think? You like you like this kind of live work session deal, or would you rather prefer an edited step-by-step video without all the, I got to run and grab a tool. Oh, you screwed up. You got to remove that bolt. I'm curious. I kind of had this idea in my head today, picking up parts, and thought I'd try it out, but not sure what y'all think. Yeah, Rusty, that's why this guy, I don't know if you saw my comment. I commented somebody, but this guy bought it for his wife for their like 30th wedding anniversary or something. And I mean, shoot, these older machines are built much nicer than the newer ones. So if you can put a $150 engine on it, the machine's built a lot nicer. So why not fix it up? Speaking of that, I went to Harbor Freight. You guys know they're not really doing coupons anymore. Shoot, 6 months ago, I did an engine swap on one of the mini bikes, and I got one of those coupons for 99 bucks. Same engine, 99 bucks 6 months ago, and lost my train of thought. I saw Phil's comment. Thanks, Phil. 400. I was pretty tickled about that. But 6 months ago, 99 bucks. Went in today. They said, "Oh yeah, you don't do. We're not doing coupons anymore. Ever since the pandemic, we stopped sending out those little pamphlets, the coupon books." And then even if you can find a random coupon online, they don't work for the Predators anymore. I was like, what? You kidding me? So this thing cost me 150 bucks with the tax where I'm at. So kind of crazy. They're getting up there a little bit. Phil says via phone they will accept. You got to find the coupon though, right? You got to have a coupon, or can you just call and say I want it for 100 bucks? I couldn't find a coupon. I mean, it's not a big deal in my situation because I just charge the customer, but it's nice when you can say, oh yeah, I can get it for you for 99 bucks as opposed to 150. Dadgum, can't get this thing in. You guys probably can't see me over there. Try and get this other side in. I appreciate all the subs though. 400, I was tickled. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway here. Give back to you guys a little bit, so stay tuned for that. I haven't decided what, but share some of my favorite tools or something. Give you guys something that I use a lot or something. I haven't figured that out, but some pretty cool people on here. Let's see, what am I doing wrong? Oh, this thing's off center, that's why. Did I do that wrong? That's why we need old Rusty over here. That's the problem with going live, see? You do something wrong and you look silly, but it's also the good thing about going live is show people what really happens. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. If I do, slap me in the face, but I don't claim to be perfect. It's always nice to sometimes, it's nice to sometimes see the way things go wrong. At least I've enjoyed that on videos I've watched, fixing, things I've tried to fix. It's like, oh yeah, guy on YouTube broke it, so I broke mine. That's all right. But I'm not saying all my videos will be like this, but it is nice to see that other people aren't perfect in everything they do also. Dang, I'm screwing that up big time. Man, that thing's a booger. Woo! Take a look at this chat for a minute. Maytag washing machines. Hey, speaking of that, no, but my GE just blew up. My basement washing machine that I do my rags and stuff in. That thing, thanks, Rusty. Man, I was about to bring you on here. You're genius. Thanks, my man. I appreciate that. I knew I was fighting it, but I get stage fright, YouTube in the bathroom, so couldn't think on my toes, but I appreciate you giving me that hint. Golly. That's embarrassing. Can you send, I'm still new to this YouTube thing, but can you send like a reverse super chat? Can I send Rusty a couple bucks for that? Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Anyways, this video will be up, for the future. And so if you are watching this later, to get the engine off, you basically do this in reverse. So speaking of which, I did something cool today, just to let you guys know. I was thinking about doing a video, but it's kind of silly. So you guys all saw my boneyard. Discussed, keeping it and stuff, but I loaded up my dump trailer over the weekend with some of the mowers that I've scrapped down to nothing. It's a little dump trailer. It's a 5x10, 5x12, I think. So I filled that up. It wasn't heaping or anything. Took it down to the recycle center today. I got $75 for that thing. I've still got probably at least 3 or 4 loads left, and I got $75. That's crazy. So not only am I keeping that stuff out of the landfill, but you get some money out of it. It's kind of cool. So don't just throw your machines away, your old machines. Scrap what you can, sell the parts, and then whatever's left over, send it off to the recycle center if you've got one. That was kind of fun. Some extra tool money, or save it up for some extra equipment or whatever, but I'm gonna hit myself in the face with that. See if I can do this with this rod here. You guys ever get that phone calls at the worst time? Of course, it's a spam call. Gosh dang, man. That ought to buy you one snap-on socket. Oh, Phil. Hey, if you get in with your rep, man, that's you can get some good deals. I don't want to take my $75 and pull. Oh gosh, am I doing something wrong again? Pull the bolt, the spring hooks over. What am I doing? Pull the bolt, the spring hooks over. This doesn't go that way anymore, does it? What am I doing? At the rear. Over here, it's the pipe that goes up. Is that what you're talking about? No, it's a little hole. It's just a little hole in there you got to go into. That would have been harder. It was already bent. This thing's about to pop out. I did it though. But that's a handy little tool there. I got this from well, I won't tell you where I got it from, but that's a little spring puller or spring pusher. This comes in handy for all sorts of things, but I got a smaller one too for carburetors and stuff. But that's a handy little tool. Back to Phil's thing, I can get one socket at Snap-on, or if I spend $75 at Harbor Freight, I mean, I'd buy the whole store. If I would have done that when I first started buying tools, I mean, there'd be no fun. Every time I go back, there's nothing to go back for. So, just teasing you, Phil. I don't tell anybody to buy Snap-on. You do what you can afford. Do what you prefer. Doesn't make me a better mechanic, obviously. So, I just yeah, anyways, we'll get off that topic. Everybody's got a different preference. So anyways, got that on. Got those on. Now we Rusty, you want to come on here, I guess? Now it's easy. Now we just got to put the engine guard on. I've just got to tap this. I did that last time. Just got to tap this hole now. Let's see what size that is. Got to take figure out which bolt. Oh, you're all good, Rusty. I was just thinking I was having a dumb moment there for a second. Let me show you what I was working with. Can you see that? It's just a little pinhole in the rod. Get my computer plugged back in. All right, let's figure out which bolt's going here. Wrong one. What are you guys thinking of this little live work session? I know this probably isn't the most fun one to do, but I haven't even been reading all the comments. I know I keep asking that, so maybe you guys have already answered, but do you like it? You like that style or not so much? I'm getting my tap and die set, trying to measure the bolt and figure out which one to do, so I'll kind of look over them here for a second, but let's see what we've got. You like it? What's up, Henry? Steve, it's all good. William likes it. All right, so we've got a 16. Four. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get my tap figured out. So it's a 3/8 by 3/8 16. Let's see. Wrong side. That's metric. Here we go. Thank you guys for jumping on here. Appreciate it. It's kind of a fun little deal. So I'm going to tap this thing out. I actually don't mind. You know, you see those memes and stuff online. It's like if you've got to use a tap and die set, you're having a bad day. Sometimes that's the case, but I actually don't mind it. Depending on the situation, it can be a really bad day. But I actually enjoy getting to use this stuff. I smashed this thing trying to get it out, so it's just mushroomed. It's like an inside mushroom. KB just bought a new work cart, $175.99 on clearance. Perfect, nice, nice, Matt. Where'd you get that at? So when you're doing this, you guys know, but for the newbies or the DIYers or whatever, just you go in a couple turns, bring it back out just to get that metal out of there. Maybe my tech tip for the day, but I think I've got that, but not quite. William, I think I'm just going to try to keep this to like a work session. You know what I mean? I don't want to get distracted by you guys. I try to keep in on checking on your questions, but I don't want to sound rude, but I don't want the chatter in my ear, if that makes sense. I don't want to sound like a jerk. I know that kind of came off wrong, but I just want this to kind of be, once the video goes live, people will be able to look back at it maybe and use it as like a how-to if they're looking for this kind of deal. Hopefully that makes sense. What's up, detective? Hope you're doing well. Hope your family's good, man. I know a while back you said you were having family issues. I haven't seen you for a while, so hope you guys are all good. Hope everybody in the house is good. Crazy world out there, but got 6 more weeks of winter, and well, maybe 5 now. When was that? Last Tuesdays? 5 more weeks of winter. And that will be the what do they call it? What is it? May, June, July, August, September. What, 4 or 5 months of hell or whatever it is? I can't remember. But Princess Auto. Are you up in Canada, Matt? Is that Princess Auto is kind of like our Harbor Freight, isn't it? Or am I thinking of something else? Man, this thing is boogery. More snow coming in the Northeast, man. You guys are getting hammered. We haven't had no snow. Our snowpack this year is way below normal. It's going to be a dry year. I'm curious how that's going to affect. I'm curious if that's going to affect business at all. Honestly, we're way below our snowpack, and a lot of people are on irrigation here, and so when we're way below our snowpack, typically, people here watering their lawns all day, every day. And, middle of the summer, these cities will shut off the water because we run out, So people shut off their water and their yards start dying. There's going to be no one's going to be mowing lawns and working in their yards. And so I'm curious. It hasn't been a big issue in the years past, but I don't think we've been as bad of a snowpack as we've had this year. So kind of interesting. I just thought of that as I was talking. So I don't know. Be interesting to see. Man, this side is just not working. works. Anyways, we'll see how that works, if that works. Where'd the other one go? There we go. Man, that's just not going down like I need it to, but we'll see how it works. That's what really happens when you try to repair something. Yes, it is. Every time. It doesn't happen like it's doesn't work like it's supposed to, right? Yes, Henry, this is a Troy Bilt. It's a Troy Bilt horse. Man, that side went in beautifully, and that was the side that was all mashed. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me try just tightening it down and see what happens. This is kind of weird for me. My shop's usually blasting with music, and I don't usually talk to myself, so this is kind of weird. But apparently, if you play music on your YouTube channel, you can get copyright infringement or something. So I turned my music down, and here I am just talking to myself. But this isn't what usually happens in my shop, just so you guys know. I talk to myself all day. I would drive myself crazy. All right, did it work? Oh, you know what the problem is? It's just spinning because I haven't tightened down these bolts. It's the spacer bolts. So we're going to be all right. Yeah, I am talking to you, Henry. Thanks for making me feel better. Now I don't feel quite so silly. And I have not thrown anything yet. You are absolutely correct. And I haven't sworn yet. So, no bad words, no thrown tools. So, this is a good day for me. Man, we are locked and loaded. That is solid. Look at that. What do you guys think of that? That looks beautiful, huh? Just got to put on the cross beam on the bottom. This thing will be ready. I'm about done with this thing. So what do you say we turn this into a live at the end, or do you just want me to shut it off? What do you guys think? I'm good either way, but with you guys asking to come on and stuff, I just didn't know if you wanted to chat for a minute about it, or if you just want me to shut it down and turn it into a how-to video kind of at the end. But whatever you guys want. Can you hear me all right? I didn't even test the audio or anything. I'm talking loud. Hopefully I'm not yelling at you, but I'm not right in front of my computer, so felt like I kind of needed to, now that I asked 45 minutes into it, right? Let me get the spacer. I've missed that. Let me grab the right bolt for it. Well, that could be a problem. I'm missing the spacer. Nope, found it. No problem here. We're good. We're good. Let's see what you guys said. We have to hear it run through. Oh, we have to hear it run though. Okay. I can do that. Not a big deal. It's brand new. If it doesn't run, then I just got to take it apart and take it back to Harbor Freight. Keep it up, KB. I like this format. Cool. Thanks, Detective. I appreciate the feedback. If you send the link, I'll join. Is that sunshine coming? Yes, sir. It is sunshine. Like I said, we don't have any snow, man. It's kind of overcast, but we got some, it's nice today. It's maybe 50 degrees or so. I'm home. What did I miss? Nothing, Rusty. Nothing at all. We're just about done here. And then I'm going to turn it into a live, I think. Matinee say go live. Okay, let me just finish this thing up and we'll turn it into a quick chat. We're down at the bottom just trying to put this cross post on. Time to get dirty, boys. That's why I like having my lift. I don't have to do this. I've been spoiled, but like I said, I gotta do a cylinder head replacement, and maybe that will be my next live shop. What did I call this thing? Live shop. Title's not up there. Live shop work. Do that cylinder head replacement. That'll be a fun one. That'll be kind of mostly at my bench, I think, and on the lift. Did I see Mix in here? Yo, what's up, Mick? Thanks for joining, bud. What's that cage for? Just an engine guard, Detective. What's up, Mick? Enjoyed your live yesterday, buddy. I was glad to win something, but sounded like you already had something coming to me, so that was exciting. I don't win much. Lucky number 7, though. That's my lucky number, man. Should have got a ratchet or a ratcheting wrench for this one. It's hitting the tire. I can't do much. All righty, boys. Just got a few more things to do to clean it up since I took the electric start stuff off like that. But for now, that thing's solid. I think we're going to call that good for now. You guys don't need to watch me do all the primping or whatever they call it going out on a Saturday night. So let's call that. Let me get this sun out of here. Let's call that the God, what am I trying to do? Let's call that the shop shop live work day. And let me remember how to do this. And here's the link. Maybe? Nope, just kidding. Let me do this again. Here we go. There's the link if anybody wants to jump on. Tell me what you thought of that. I got this cord over my head. I have my computer plugged in by my workstation. That's all that is, but now it's in the way. If anybody wants to jump on, it sounded like there was, but if not, we'll just end this thing. But let me know what you guys thought. I'll read your comments now. What'd you think of that little live work session? Let me get some. I'm gonna get a rag, wipe my hands off. Here's a plug for tub of towels. If you guys don't use tub of towels, I know it's just my hands, but same thing for my tools. Check this out. Oh, there's Henry and William. Hang on one second. Let me get my hands. I don't want to get my computer all nasty. Check this out. Just a couple quick swipes. Ta-da! Again, same thing with my hands. I use tub of towels on everything. Okay, here we go. What's up, dog? What's going on, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Oh, let's see. I don't know how to do this thing. Let's see. What's the best way to do this? There we go.
There you go.
What's up, guys?
I enjoy it. That's a good video. I like it. I like that style video.
You like that style?
Yeah, I do. I really do. What's that?
Cool.
Most time YouTube videos leaves out all the hard parts, and I was like, how they get that done so quick? They don't show all the hard parts. I enjoy it.
Right. Like I said, I'm not going to do all my videos like that. It's good to get short and sweet to the point, but it's fun to just kind of show people how what it's like to I saw somebody comment say like, well, I want to see what it's like to actually be in a shop.
Yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
What time is it up there? You still got daylight.
Yes, sir. It's 4:30.
4:30, huh?
Yeah.
6:30 here. Yeah.
Yeah. 6:35.
You guys on the East Coast. Oh, here's Matt.
Things not working. Oh, where am I? I'm in the show, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see anybody.
Your camera's off, bud.
Yeah, your camera.
What's up, Nick? We're doing good, bud. Thanks for joining. 11:30.
Yeah, I know.
30. When it's smokes. There's 5 hours. No.
5 hours ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. From you, yeah.
I don't.
He's 7 from me. Holy smokes.
All right.
So you at work, Mick? 11:30. He's about ready to go on shift, then, huh? Yeah, I can't see your face, Matt.
Yeah, my camera's not working.
What's up?
Camera's not working.
Are you on your phone or computer?
No, I'm on computer.
Oh.
What have you been up to, Henry? I haven't seen you for a while.
I was on chat with Top Conquer today.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, he was good. Had a good chat there. Snow removal this morning. Yeah, we had about 13 inches Saturday and then another 5 inches yesterday.
Wow.
And more coming Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow, that's crazy. You guys are getting hammered.
Yeah, we are.
I actually got 3 inches here where I live at.
Did you?
Yeah. We hardly ever get snow.
You're getting oh, we lost Matt. You guys are getting we're getting some in the mountains. We had like we had 2 big avalanches. We lost 6 people over the weekend.
Is that right? Oh,
Yeah, I think it was in the national news I saw, but we had 2 different avalanches where 8 people got buried. 4 of them got out. The other 4 died, and then we had another one where 2 other people died.
wow.
Because we don't have any snow, so there's a bunch of ice up there, and then we get a little bit of snow and triggers avalanches. But
Do you ever ski yourself?
I snowboard, but I don't get up very much.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with that tiller? Is that a customer's or yours?
Yes, sir. That's that customer with that engine that was bored out too big, too out of round.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I gave him a few options, and he said, "You know what? Let's do an engine swap on it, and let's put a Predator on it."
There you go.
So $150 plus labor, and the rest. I mean, the rest of the machine's in fantastic shape. The thing weighs 300 pounds. I mean, this thing's a beast, you know.
Oh yeah, the horse. Yeah, that's a big machine.
Yeah.
Especially when I saw you putting the guard on there, I said, "Yeah, that's the one, the biggest one I think they make."
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But good tiller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, did you say earlier that you cleaned the boneyard out a little bit? Took some scrap.
I did.
Yeah. I'd say after about a year or so, go through it and get what you can. You know, save wheels or something, and save a couple parts and get rid of the rest. Yeah,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just stay on top of it, and you know, once a year or every time I can fill up my dump trailer, I'm gonna run it down and scrap it. Like I said, I probably got 3 or 4 more loads. You know, so right now when I'm a little bit slower, I'm just gonna go through it, scrap what I can, you know, inventory those parts, and then take the rest. Like I said, dude, the trailer's small, man. Like I said, it wasn't heaping or anything. I just stacked up the mowers, $75. You know, obviously metal prices are gonna fluctuate and stuff, but $75. I was like, holy smokes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like old Bruce, he saved like all the carburetors. See, if you take them off and mark what they are, put them in a box and clean them, and that way, you know, later on, if you need one or something. You know, sometimes you just need a darn bolt. I've lost bolts before. I had to order a whole new carburetor, get one bolt.
Oh, yeah.
I can't figure out why carburetors don't come with bolts. Why don't they come with bolts?
Yeah.
That doesn't make no sense.
You know what I find valuable is I take those, you know, the knobs and the bolts off like the handles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Customers are always breaking the plastic or something, sticking nails through there, duct taping it.
Or the wheels, if they're good. You know,
Wheels, some cables. Some of those cables are $30-$40.
Oh yeah.
And gas tank. Gas tank. Popular
Gas
mower.
caps. There's a lot of parts you can save off of them, but when it all comes down to it, and you got a deck and a block, you know, send it off to recycle and make some tool money or you know, equipment money or
mad money.
Man money. Take the wife out on a date, keep her happy, whatever, man. Shoot.
That's right. I mean, is some of the mowers, are they good enough to, like in your slow time, could you fix them, refurbish them, and sell them in the spring or something?
Not typically. So everything, it's all right, Matt. No big deal. Sorry about that. So typically everything in my boneyard is stuff that I've gone through and is either salvageable or too costly.
Yeah.
Everything that I think I can fix or I can fix stays kind of in my shop over in the corner.
Yeah.
I get to it when I can.
That's what I figured you did.
Hey, what's up, boss?
Yo.
How you doing, Mick?
There he is. Hey, Mick.
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Rusty says pocket the money. Don't tell the wife. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Rain day phone.
So too cold there to work today, huh? Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm lifting. I think you guys call them frogs in the States, where the trains diverge at a junction. And I'm lifting the actual junction up, and we can only lift if it's above 0, and it says 0 in my van. So normally, if it's 0 in the van, it'd be minus outside. So hopefully, we'll get there early night.
Yeah. Later, Steve. Have a good night, bud.
Don't overexert yourself, Mick.
Now, Henry, come on. You're retired. I'm semi-retired. Come on now. We'll see. I don't want to say too much just in case, it puts some mockers on it. So hopefully it'll be all right. I've got a van full of diesel. I've got the heating on full belt. We're nice and warm in here. So we'll see how we get on.
Life is good.
Yeah, well, I've been working on a Tecumseh today. Did you see that Tecumseh hover mower I've got?
A Tecumseh, huh?
Working on what?
Hover mower I've got. Been working on that today. I can't get a spark, but I think I've sussed it. I looked at some videos today, and there should be a cam on the crankshaft, which enables the points to open up because it's not a solid state ignition. I don't recall seeing a cam on the crankshaft. So I'm guessing that's the reason why. And if it is, it could be game over because I'm not going to get a cam for that. No way.
That's the old points and condenser system, right?
Yeah, I've checked the coil. The coil is dead, but obviously, if the points are not opening up, then it's going to show a short anyway. So, yeah, there should be a cam on there, a bit like the gearing on the old flathead Briggs that sits on top of a crankshaft. There should be a cam,
right?
There.
Yeah.
And I don't recall. I mean, it's a bit of a green area. I don't pretend to know everything, so I ask for help. And especially when you're dealing with vintage stuff, 1960s, 70s, it's all a new era, and it's not something I come across. But I do know that cam does actually come out, and it's got a top and a bottom. I was watching a 1950s YouTube video today of some bloke with big Tecumseh banners and what have you. It was a Tecumseh engineer. I was cringing just watching it. But it's got a little tiny cam on there. Which is offset as a cam would be, and I don't recall seeing a cam on there unless I find
somebody probably lost
engine
it
for it.
But your points gap should be right on the little aluminum cover that's on top.
That's right. Yeah, you undo the little spring that's a bit like on a caliper that holds the pads in place. You undo the little spring. Take the cover off. There's your points. I've seen the points. I've give them a little bit of a tiffle up. But obviously, if the cam is not there, then the points are not being activated. So
right. But what I'm saying is,
I think that's what it is.
On that little cover, it'll tell you what the point settings are, and even on that cover might have a little lip that is actually a gauge.
Do you know what, Henry? As long as I can get them roughly close. They're going to do something. I can
20,
look it up. Well, they reckon that the cam should be it should be top dead center, but 80 fouls in advance of top dead center is where you set the points at for striking, and then I can set the points accordingly. But obviously, with no cam, can't do it.
Right. Yep. You could buy that cam separate.
I have no idea. I mean, I do know that Martin over at Retro Restore, he did a video a little while ago of one, and his engine was toast. So I might give him a message if he's still got the engine knocking about somewhere. Maybe he's got a cam in there. It may not be the right cam, but at least, as I say, it'll give me something to throw with. If not, take it off and just stick a nice big fat Honda on there and sell for really good money. So. But I don't want to. I want to keep it as original as I can. So that's what I've been doing. I just see you've been doing a tiller on there, Kyle. That's good to see. One, I've got one for MTD, made self-destruct rear tine tiller. But mine, the engine has got a 6-horse flathead Briggs on it, runs sweet as a nut. Tines don't spin. So I've got to take the gearbox out and have a look at the gearing. Something's come adrift.
How you like your toolbox, Kyle? Your new toolbox.
Husky? Are you guys breaking out or is it me?
It might be me. How you like your new toolbox?
The Husky?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You like it?
It's good. I like the workbench on top.
Yeah, that's a good price. You say $300?
Yeah, it was yeah, about that with a coupon.
That's cool. If you had you buy 2 of them, $600, have plenty of space.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a good I mean it's a good box. It's a good box for the price and lots of space. It's got the extra deep width. Good box, man.
Where'd you buy that?
Home Depot.
Home Depot. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Husky makes a good product.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you still thinking about getting you one of them Epic Snap-on later on? Is it called Epic? Is it called the Epic? The big box Snap-on?
Someday if I'm a rich fella, I someday. But the more I look at it, the more I see other things. There's a lot out there. Like they're nice boxes, but they're a lot of money. I came across Montezuma. Have you ever heard of Montezuma?
I haven't.
They make like the triangle truck boxes. You got to look them up. They're pretty handy boxes. They're real popular for their triangle truck boxes. It's a triangle deal, and you open the lid, and I mean you can fit. It's crazy how much storage they hold. I mean you can fit a whole set of sockets, a whole set of wrenches, everything. And they started making actual toolboxes for the shop, and they've got a 72-inch wide by 30-inch deep. So pretty close to the 84-inch Epic that I was looking at, but it also comes with a top box, and it's $5,000. So I mean, a third the price of that Snap-on box, and it's going to come with way more storage because it's got the top box. So, there's a lot more options for less money, and so.
You say Montezuma?
Montezuma, yeah.
I'll check it out. I ain't never heard of them.
MontezumaStorage.com is their website.
I've never heard of them.
I'll tell you what, Kyle, over here we have so many used Snap-on boxes it isn't funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pick up a $15,000 Snap-on box right now for about $5,000,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I can't find that out here. That's the problem is you go to buy used, and I can get a brand new one cheaper off the truck than I can find a used one.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah. And granted, I mean, you guys are looking at the Snap-on website or whatever. I mean, granted, I'm talking. I don't know if you know what the rock and roll cab is. It's their toolbox truck. It travels around once a year. Your dealer only gets it once a year, and you save $7,000-8,000 off the boxes. And so I'm not talking going on their website and whatever. It's a once a year opportunity.
These are on the website. They're on that homepage, marketplace, and
Craigslist.
Right.
We have so many people that got involved in mechanical work and everything that they were buying these expensive boxes and can't afford them. So now they have to dump them.
Right.
And a lot of people that go under. A lot.
Right.
Of them.
Right.
Well, I mean, a lot over here in the UK, Snap-on stuff, but all the stuff on like the Facebook Marketplace and eBay it's all really old stuff, and it's beaten up, and they just want an absolute fortune for it. I'm not
Oh yeah.
I would much rather go to there's a company on Amazon in the UK that's selling a complete a complete workbench. It's got two big cabinets. They're about 6 foot tall plus. It comes with a drawer for putting your slide-out drawers for putting your wrenches and stuff in. The other side comes with 3 big box drawers. You've got overhead cabinets and a steel worktop with background, all for I think it's about £1,400. That's about what, $1,600, something like that.
Oh wow! Hey, see you, detective. Have a good night.
And it's cheap, it's affordable. But do you know what? For what I do, Kyle, really honestly, for what I do, I'm only ever going to put dents in it. I'm never ever gonna treat it and love it and polish it. That ain't gonna happen, you know. So
right.
For me, it's affordable. I'm quite hard on my tools, you know. Everything gets whacked with a hammer. So you know, I'm not particularly fussed. So I'm not spending out $5-6 grand on a decent set. I'm just going to abuse. I'm quite honest about that.
I'm like you, Mick. My tools are to be used, not to be polished and people
exactly.
look at them.
Good night.
Have you ever seen a knife like this right here?
Yeah, carpet.
What's that? Oh, what kind of
Carpet.
knife is that?
Carpet knife.
Oh, carpet knife. Okay, I didn't know what it was.
You see, to me, I would say that looks like a rabbiting knife.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Because it's got a little tiny tip on the edge of it, so when you pierce the rabbit skin, it doesn't pierce the guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We don't do that around here, Mick.
Yeah, we do it over here quite a lot.
Yeah, we use those for carpet.
Carpet. Okay, that makes sense.
So what are you saying, Henry? You saying I don't use my tools?
No, I'm not saying nothing about
here we go. Here we go.
I'm saying that tools are to be used, not to be pictured. You were just using them.
There's many. I think it goes in categories sometimes. You know, I mean, I was talking to my mate Doug over in Alabama, and he hasn't got snap-on. He's got some good toolboxes, and all of his tools are all laid out, all in polystyrene, and because he's got like lifetime guarantee and stuff, he'll polish that stuff up, and he's got a wrench for everything, and he's got it's all pristine. But you see my toolbox, I just throw it in the drawer. It's done. I know where it is. I'll just pick it up later on, and if it breaks, I go and buy a new one, or if it's got a guarantee, I'll trade it in, or whatever. You know, I'm just not into keeping stuff like that in a good order. You know, I do. But then saying that, I do have a professional kit which I got from a company called Halfords over here, which is a 240-piece socket set. It's got impact sockets. It's got wrench spanners in it. It's got everything in there, and there's not one piece out of where it should. Everything's got a place. It is my pride and joy. But you know what? I still whack those big wrenches with a 4-pound hammer. It's got to have it. It's got to have it. It's as simple as that.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's your nicer set, so you keep it in order, right?
It's got to be in order, but it does have a lifetime guarantee. So I'm not overly shy with it. You know, it's got to be functionable. I'm not going to buy something just to hang up on the wall, just to say, yeah, I've got that, and it's got this particular brand, and you know, but that's just not me.
Right.
I don't.
It's the way I am.
You know, like Kyle, you like your snap-on tools because that's probably part of your hobby. But you know, really, unless you're working on specific cars and motors, you really don't need half of those tools. You can get away with, you know, cheaper tools. You know.
Right.
But if you work on cars and trucks and stuff like that, so you need those specific tools.
Yeah.
The other thing is also, and I think this is quite important, is that when you have really nice tools and you come up against a problem, let's just say you're trying to undo the main jet on a Quocast SK carburetor, okay, which is we have over here in the UK. They have this stupid nut which undoes the main jet, and you can't get a wrench or a socket in there, so you have to get the grinder out. And you've got to grind down one of the sides of your sockets, or both sides of your sockets, or your wrench, and you got to grind that down to a hair's breadth just to get that in there. I can't see anybody getting their snap-on 8mm socket wrench out and giving that a bit of a tipple up, you know.
Right.
There we go.
That's where I always keep some
There we have it.
cheap tools. I keep some cheap tools to do that.
Right. And that's my only point is I agree with you on everything you're saying, but because I do have some nicer tools, I take care of them. Yeah, I totally agree. They're meant to be used. I'll take a hammer to it. If it breaks, it breaks. I trade it in, whatever. But because it is a nicer tool, I wipe it down after I'm finished. I don't put it in my toolbox all full of oil and dirt and whatever this tiller covered it in. You know what I mean? And so that's the point. That's my only point.
I don't think anybody does that. I mean, we all wipe down our tools after using because, who wants to throw in a greasy old wrench in the pile of clean wrenches,
Right.
But,
right.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's going to respect their tools because you're going to make money with them. You know what I mean? But
right.
you like your Snap-on tools. I like my everyday Stanley Works tools and New Britain machine tools. That's what I grew up with.
Right.
Well, if you're like me, I got Snap-on, I got Craftsman, I got Mac, I got a little some of everything. So
I see AJP. Yeah.
To answer your question, KG, yes, I am from Canada.
Canada.
Cool.
So Ontario.
So, yep.
Ontario.
Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not a tool snob in any way. I mean, maybe some people probably call me that, but I say over and over, tools don't make you anything better. Doesn't make you a better mechanic. It doesn't, obviously some tools will get you, some tools have tighter tolerances and may get you in a tighter place or whatever, but
it's all
you don't need a certain tool for, unless you're some NASA mechanic working, you can.
Yeah, like Tara would say, we're not building a shuttle, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, even like aircraft mechanics or something, you know what I mean? I mean, those, I don't know if you know, aircraft mechanics, they have to, their toolbox, they have like a foam cutout. They have to have a cutout for every tool so that when they open the drawer, they can see what's missing. Like,
right.
Obviously, they're not going to shop at Harbor Freight, you know what I mean? But
no.
Maybe they do for some of the people. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Get your tools where you can afford and what tools you like, and if you use a tool for your living and you break it every single day, maybe you want to buy something a little bit nicer. But
if you have a cheap tool that's going to break right in your hand, you better go up one grade.
That's just like driving your car. Some people drive a Cadillac, some people drive a Pinto. So whatever you can afford, and whatever you want to drive.
Yep,
it's the same old story, isn't it? If you buy cheap, you get cheap performance. As simple as that. And I think we all get to a certain point in your life. If you start out young, you go down to your local pound shop or dollar store and you buy what you can buy just to make it happen. And you soon find out all your screwdrivers round off and all the rest of it. And eventually, you get a little bit further on in life and you can afford a little bit better. But I'm just not. I'm not influenced by the Snap-on truck coming around. I'm not influenced by that at all. I buy nice, good quality tools that will do the job, and I have no problem in just replacing it if it goes snap. I've got no problem with that, I'll be more devastated if I had a real nice wrench or real nice something and it broke on me. I'd be devastated because I heat my stuff up and I whack it, I bend it, I put it in a vise, and I do what I have to do to get the job done. So if that broke on me, I'd be gutted. So I'll be so demoralised. That's why I just throw my stuff in the toolbox and it's there and I'm happy. But as things have progressed, I've come out of a little tiny toolbox like so, all my tools in one box, and now I've got a nice little trolley now and all the rest of it. I'm getting there, but even so, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but what I do buy in quality is like your torque wrenches, your torque, because you buy a cheap set of Torx, you're going to break them right there in the screw, So you might as well get a good set of Torx, a good set of Allen wrenches, because those things, if they're cheap, they're cheap. You might as well throw them away after one use.
Yeah. T doesn't have said it any better right there, man. Tool trucks are an addiction, and they ride off of that. I think
tool trucks are exactly the same as what we call the sandwich trucks. They come around with a big horn, blow the horn, you go down and buy your sandwich. They're the same thing. There's an influence there to go and buy something off of it,
Yeah.
I was taking a gearing off of an old vintage mower, and I had to buy a special chain wrench for it because it wasn't in metric. So I had to buy this special wrench, which I bought it, and it was relatively cheap. I got it from China. It was the right one. I put it on, and the bloody chain just snapped the first time I pulled on it. You know. So in the end, I just got a bit of angle, a bit of straight plate. I drilled 2 holes, but measured in line with the cogs, put 2 bolts through it. You know, put it all together, and just hung on that, and it undone it straight away. So you buy what you buy, or you just get around the problem and just make it yourself. Weld something together, or whatever. Just make it happen.
I'm not sure how we got on tools, but I will end it with this, and then we'll move on. In my defense, because I was in school, I got the Snap-on Student Excellence Program discount, and so most of my Snap-on tools were 50% off.
Nice.
So that's what you call peer pressure.
No, that's where they feed you with the addiction deal. They try to lure you in when you're in school, saying, "Oh, we're the best. You have to be successful as a mechanic. You want to use the best. Here, try it out with 50% off."
Do you know what?
When you're in Vegas and you're walking down the strip and they're handing you those cards. Here, just call the phone number.
At the end of the day, if there's a Snap-on dealer watching this stream and he wants to give me a brand new toolbox set of all new tools, I won't turn it away. But I promise I'll be just as heavy on the old stuff as I am on the new stuff. It's as simple as that.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, what's the next topic?
Mr. Canada, what's he got to say?
Yeah, so what's up, Matt?
Not much. Getting pelted with snow, but that's normal.
Right.
There's 25
What
below there.
Yeah, that's Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty cold.
An Oppo coming every 2 seconds.
No problem. So
What
do you do?
else?
You've got a business already, or you just getting
No.
into it? Remind me.
Right now, waiting for the weather to end. But right now, I don't have any like shop or anything or business. I'm just trying to get into a hobby and then slowly move into it after I graduate high school, and then hopefully it goes somewhere.
Cool.
So it's my
That's
plan
right.
for now.
You gonna go work for somebody, or are you trying to open your own shop?
Right now, I don't quite know, but I would like to work by myself. But
That's the beauty about being young, is man, you got all the time in the world.
well, pretty much. So
Yeah, he's in that time frame now that once the battery powered stuff gets out there, he's going to be able to fall into that stream, you know.
Yeah.
Where we're already way beyond those ages. We could still do it, but I mean, as far as learning all the ins and outs of that battery powered stuff, we're going to give it up, you know.
yeah,
Yep.
I've always been a kind of fixer, so I like to fix things.
Yeah.
So
Are
That's
you
all
in
we
high
know.
school?
school's been kind of off and on, depending on the whole global thing right now. So,
What's up, Phil?
What's going on?
If you're interested in it, you're going to go through it. You know what I mean? If you're not interested, you're going to fall out of it eventually.
yep. So yeah, I got a new tool cart though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
Does it have lots of drawers, or is it just kind of a
it's a cart with two locking drawers. I think they're like 30 or something inches in depth, so it's okay for now, and then hopefully upgrade eventually.
Yeah, you start somewhere.
So
If I had a 30-inch drawer at your age, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
well, there's two of them, so it's
Those little boxes, carpenter's box, toolbox started off with.
Yeah.
so yeah.
Sweet.
Who else is in the house here?
What's up, Brandon?
Did you get your machine fixed?
Yeah, I got it all put back together. I just got to do a couple cleanup things, remove some of the electric stuff that was on there from the electric start and tidy it up. But yeah, it's all put back together.
What kind of motor did it have before?
It's 8 horsepower Briggs.
Oh, okay. Was it just low compression?
Yeah, it was just it was smoking like crazy, lower compression, consuming oil. Just it was
Out of
He was
spec,
26 years old.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
out of round, wasn't it? The cylinder-
Did Mick get pulled
out of
over?
round.
Yeah, super out of round. No, he's at work.
Oh,
He
well, he
kinda
was
looks
talking
like
to
it.
an officer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm not on my phone.
He looks like it.
I was not live streaming while driving.
I ain't a live stream. Hey, Mick, are you still there? Mick,
He's got
Yeah.
his mic.
Yeah.
muted.
What do you think he's saying?
He kind of looks
So
like he
big-
poured over it.
Like
So
license?
being that
I don't have a license.
Here's my license.
My license
not
is
drinking.
suspended.
No, that tiller being so old, I mean, being a tiller, it did suck up a lot of sand and dirt, in the
Oh
air.
yeah, he was a mess.
That's why that cylinder was gone,
Oh yeah, it was grinding.
Yeah.
It was just grinding.
Something like a tiller, you really have to have good filters under,
Oh yeah, stay on top of them, replace them.
Mhm.
Yeah. They used to have old air filters that you filled the oil, the bottom of the reservoir, the filter itself with oil. And then,
Like an oil bath.
Yeah,
Yeah, the old oil bath filters.
right. And that would have brought the debris into the oil prior to getting sucked up into the cylinder,
Right.
And
Why
that
did
was-
Why did they get rid of those? I know it's kind of an old, outdated system, but
anything else, they cheapened up on everything,
Yeah.
those cartridges used to be metal with a fiber inside, and they were expensive to build, so they went to paper,
but you just rinse them out and change the oil, right?
Yeah, before.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like those would be so beneficial to today on like mixers and tillers and stuff like that. It seemed like a
Yeah,
great concept. I've never
They
seen
don't
one.
want them to last. They do not want them to last.
I see it, Rusty. Thanks for your help today, man.
How'd that thing get so out of spec like that? Did you say it got hot probably? What caused it to be out of spec like it was?
One like Henry said, probably just it's over the years so much dust. But yeah, I mean the thing was caked with dirt, and there was 1/4 inch of oily dirt on there, that I scraped off. So it probably got hot, and just with all the dirt ingestion in there, just it was on the thrust side, so it just got ground down, man. Basically.
Yeah. Well, what 25,000 wasn't it out of spec?
Yeah, just
One
about.
place 25,000.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
247. Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah,
That was a lot.
if the person didn't want it to really last that much longer, you could have just thrown in an extra set of rings, 20 thousandths over, 30 over, and used it for a couple more seasons. But that's about it. It all depends what you wanted to do with that machine right now.
Right. Right.
Now it lasts a long time.
And it's cheap enough to buy the Predator and put it under,
Yeah, $150.
Yeah, you can't go. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about Predators is their tanks. They rot out fast. The gas tanks.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I had one. I think a year after I had it, I looked inside and said, "What the heck was this? Full of water or what?
Yeah.
Their tanks are terrible."
I don't love their air filter. It's just flat, especially on this tiller. This guy's tiller with how bad this other one is. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but
Yeah, I have about 9 Honda gas tanks.
oh, you know what? I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the. No. Which one? Did the old Predators just used to have a little flat piece of foam in them?
For what? Air filter?
Yeah. There's just a little flat piece of foam on the top of that.
No, I don't think so.
They always had the little metal canister.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the old mini bikes then.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with these. I don't do a lot of these. I'm not a huge fan of it. They've always been good, but
yeah,
for whatever reason, I just don't love the Chinese stuff. But they've never given me problems. I'm thinking of the mini bikes. This one actually has a
KB.
so that'd be all right.
Isn't that the what is that? The 78cc that has the flat filter? Is that what you're talking about? Or that 3-horse Predator has the rectangular filter?
Flat too. But on the Coleman mini bikes, it must be the Coleman mini bikes. You take off that flat cover. I swear the last one I did on the mini bike was a flat little piece of foam.
Huh.
I ain't familiar with the
Unless it was a Coleman, the Hyson. I swear it was. Anyways, yeah, that's got a cartridge on it, so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I just thought about it. But the last one I did, I swear it was just a little flat piece of black foam. But anyways, yeah, this will be all right. He'll be able to change that out at least, give him a little bit more life. But yeah, that little 178 or whatever. Yeah, it's on the front. It's like a big, tall foam or, like you said.
Yeah, it's cool when you do a 12 swap on a Toro Power Clear. You can take the original the metal gas tank off, and reuse the Toro gas tank.
Oh, really?
As your gas tank, yeah. You just have to run a different fuel line to the original gas tank.
Yeah, I much rather have a plastic tank than a metal tank. If you can use the metal tank, if it's brand new, you can buy the tank. What do you call it? You pour it in there and
coating,
like a red coat or something.
Yeah, like for the motorcycles,
Yeah.
And you'd be better off. At least you'll have it for a few more years,
Yeah.
But like I said, I got like 9 Honda gas tanks, and they last a long time. But the company that I get them from is they want to swap out the Honda gas tanks to their gas tanks because they're on a track. They're little track runners, like not mini bikes but scooters, So they don't want the Honda tank on there. They want their tank on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got two more Coleman pieces in. These things are like hotcakes, man. They're going to keep me busy all winter. That'll be my winter.
Yeah.
Everybody gets them for Christmas and Black Friday, and then keeps me busy.
Good.
Yeah.
As long as they pay, that'll be good.
Yeah, they're super good about payment, man. I get paid 2 weeks.
There you go.
Just waiting on parts. That's the only downfall. But
we're talking about mini bikes or generators.
I haven't had any generators yet. Most of what I get is mini bikes. I've had a couple go-karts. But it's all their mini bikes. They've got like 3 or 4 different style mini bikes.
Yeah, they make a nice mini bike. They're nice and beefy,
Yeah.
TW asked, does anyone have an Onan engines come in the shop to work on? Yeah, I had an Onan generator, those Cummins engines. I had a generator come in the shop. It just needed a new carburetor installed on it. Have you guys worked on Onan?
These.
Yeah, Onan's all right. I mean, they have their own electronic parts that they use, and it's hard to get those parts now. Well, I don't know. I think Owen, now somebody else took them over or making parts for them. I haven't done work on them in a while, but their electronics are totally different than most.
Yeah, I'll only do like carb work on them, or I did a head gasket replacement on one this summer, but because they're all on RVs. All the one on all the RVs are mostly owning Cummins. You know, I don't touch any of the electrical stuff. It's like I'm not gonna fry the circuit board in the RV or something. You know.
Yeah. I was working on a bunch of the Ingersolls, and they came out with these safety switches that you could only get from the owning company to put in. And if one of those switches didn't work, then the whole machine was not working, basically, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, they are very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Very expensive parts.
That tractor you got out there, did you say it's a 1710? What model is that tractor you got?
1710.
1710.
Yeah, that Ford.
That's a nice little tractor. That's all
It's
you need.
pretty handy. I got to replace a bunch of hydraulic lines and stuff. It's leaking like crazy everywhere, but it's an old little bugger.
That'd be a good video. Pour that thing in there and show that, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Is
about the
Mick-
right stuff.
Is Mick frozen?
I don't know. He was just like dazed and confused. He's following the light.
Are you still there, Matt?
Yep, I've worked on about 4 Briggs and Strattons before.
Have you?
With spark problems, compression problems, carburetor problems, everything. Kind of just along the board.
So I recently got
17?
Probably last summer. I had a few to work on.
How old are you? 17, 18?
Yep, 17.
17? Yeah.
So,
What's up, Phil? How you doing, baby?
How's it going, Mick?
Yeah, rocking
mate.
and rolling, mate. Rocking and rolling. Just been told it's too cold. Too cold to work. Oh, yes. And there goes my train.
Oh, yeah?
Too cold.
So you're gonna head out home?
No, they have got a little job I got to do, but it's we measure. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but on the railway in the UK we measure in chains and furlongs. We don't measure in feet and inches. So they give me 5 chain just the other side of this crossing here. So it's going to take a minute to do it. It's not going to take long. By the time it's going to take long for me to do my report, but it will actually do to get the machine started. So we've got 5 chain to do. That's about 110 yards. That's it. That's what we're doing. £3,500 to do 110 yards. That's not bad reserve.
Nice.
I've got to do that. I should be home by about I don't know, 1:30. What else doing, me?
Just enough time to get Riley up.
Riley'll be awake in about an hour. Yeah, he'll be awake in about an hour anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to come and play tickle daddy's feet in the morning. So he likes to come and play at 1:30 in the morning. So, yeah, all good. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll be done. I'll get down the shed tomorrow. But it's supposed to be cold here tomorrow. It's supposed to be about -3 here tomorrow. It's 0 now. But it's supposed to be -3. We've got a bit of snow coming down apparently, but it won't stick. So, yeah, all good.
I wish -3 was here.
52 here. It was nice today.
It's been cold as arses over here today. In fact, I saw 2 brass.
-18 around there. -18 Celsius around there. Up here, roughly.
Have you gotten any work for Furman yet, Phil?
No. All they said was, yeah, we got you set up for a warranty center, and we'll just let you know when when we have work for you. I'm like, okay. It's been like 3 weeks, and they haven't had anything. But the funny thing is, they always say, man, we've got so many machines that need repaired in your area. Would you like to become a warranty center? Yeah, sure. Yeah, 3 weeks later, nothing.
Where
all I'm hearing is crickets.
Have you seen where they sell it?
I think Lowe's might be selling that generator, but I'm not too sure. Oh no, Home Depot sells them, but they sell them online.
Oh, do they?
So I've never seen them at a store.
Because
So you have to.
my Costco sells them a lot. So I was looking at that. I was like, well, that's weird because Costco will just take them back. I don't know if anybody, if they have them for longer than like a year or something. But
is that not something more, Phil, that's going to pick up as and when the weather comes in and people start to panic when they need to get the generators working or what have you? Do you think you're getting influx at a certain time?
The only time people actually try to start their generators is when the power goes out. That's the only time. Yeah. So like we live in the county and
You need to do a 24-hour service then. So half past 3 in the morning, power goes out, knock on the garage door.
Exactly. I say I'm sorry, but your machine's going to be done within a couple days if I don't have to order parts, and by that time the power's going to be on. So
yeah,
we brought it in earlier. But
you had a pretty good storm this year, didn't you? You were out of power there for a couple of days, weren't you?
Just about 24 hours, and I fixed one generator. But if you advertise precisely and put like small engine repair and do a bunch of advertisement before the storm, then you get a lot of calls. But I missed my chance this year, so I didn't get much work this storm, as you can say, the windstorm. But as far as snowstorms go, we're basically getting cold weather instead of snow. So
you get a lot of outages, Phil, because you got overhead power lines. Is that the problem, or?
Correct. Yeah, we live in a bunch of trees, and the trees fall on the power lines and it takes out the whole neighborhood. Yeah. So
we don't get that problem over here, really.
Yeah, we're in a population of about 250,000 people.
Also,
in my city and our surrounding cities.
The British are a bit more tighter to pay the money. If the power goes out, let's go and buy a box of candles for a week. You know what I mean? They don't bother with a generator.
Well, me too. Me too. Like I'll be honest with you, we throw up candles instead of pulling out a generator. I mean, if I had a generator, sure, but I'm not the guy that's going to go and buy $500 generator to, power my house for a couple hours till the power goes back on. I'd rather throw up some candles myself. It's the people that buy those $500 generators, use them one time, and then store them for 2-3 years before the power goes out again, and then they have a hard time starting them because the gas is just foul and they don't do anything as far as treating them. So
and they bring them to you after the storm because it didn't work, and then they let it sit for 3 years until the next storm.
Yeah.
Just like
Generators are the hardest, aren't they? I had a 6.5 kVA gen come in last season. Been sat for 2 or 3 years. I got it all running, electric start, all singing, all dancing, real big Jenny. And I drained all the fuel out altogether because it was going to sit again. And he said, "Can you guarantee it's going to start in a year's time when I need it?" Nah, can't guarantee that because you have to do what you have to do is keep running that thing up once or twice every couple of months to just run it up 15 minutes, just to keep it ticking over. If you ain't going to do it, you'll be back. The hardest thing to do.
I think that's the biggest debate is, should I leave gas in my machine or should I run it dry?
I've been watching so many reviews or videos or of yourselves doing it as well, of how to winterize and fuel stabilization and all that sort of stuff. Me personally, my personal opinion is only buy like 2 liters of fuel in a 5-liter fuel can and just run your machines up once or twice every couple of months and just keep recycling the fuel all the way through. You just keep doing that religiously. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse to do it, but that's the only way you can really guarantee that machine's going to be got fresh fuel in there and it's going to run. Stabilization does work. We've all seen Peral's video of the different stabilizations that he's got, but when you throw him at different climates and what have you and temperatures, I just feel just keep that fuel recycled and just keep running those machines up. Last season, all my machines I had to be sold for next season, I didn't winterize. I just kept all the fuel levels nice and low and just kept topping them up, running the machines up once a month, and not one of them failed. Yeah. Not one.
That's the way I do mine. Once a month.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think it kind of depends on the climate, what kind of machine it is. My personal opinion, where I'm at, the temperature fluctuates so much, even in the winter, that you get a lot of condensation. So if you've got, say, for instance, a steel tank, like on this tiller, Henry was saying, you know, a Predator with a steel tank, if you leave it half full and leave it in your shed all winter, you're going to get so much condensation because, like today, we're in the middle of February and it's 52 degrees. Tomorrow, it's going to be 12 degrees. You know what I mean? It's going to build up so much condensation that you're going to get water in the fuel tank if it's only half full. You're going to build rust, and that tank's going to rust out, which is going to cause more problems.
Definitely.
So it depends on the climate. But if you
same argument with some fuel stabilizations, not all of them have an additive that combats moisture. So some people use a fuel additive religiously, and the second they undo that fuel cap to pour more in, you just let moisture in, and if it doesn't combat moisture, you're making things worse on it.
Right. So like back to my point though, like on a steel tank, I think personally, you need to keep it full, absolutely full. That way there's no room for condensation to build up, and so just an opinion, but
No, actually I'm with you, Kyle, on that as far as keeping tanks full and running ethanol free fuel, storing them that way.
Absolutely.
I run a lawn care business, and from experience, I keep all of my machines full of gas. I mean, completely full. I obviously don't store them outside. They're stored in a garage or in an enclosed trailer or storage facility. But I never run my machines dry. They're always full of gas, and they start up every year. So I have no problems, we're in my climate, so in Washington State, but I guess it might depend on the elevation as well of, what state you live in, or city, that is.
It's the people that store them for 2-3 years that the problem lies.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because for me, it's about 6-7 months.
Yeah, that's
nothing. And then I'm starting them again.
Right.
Yeah. But like we didn't have snow for 2.5 years. All those people were crying now they couldn't start their machines. Well, you left them full of gas, and look at your carburetors. They're like chalk now,
Yep.
Same with your carburetors.
It's what keeps us all in money, all right? That's the idea of it. So they can keep on doing that as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Keeps us in business.
Yeah.
Keeps us in business. Doesn't harm me. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
No.
A funny thing, last year, actually this would be like 2 or 3 years ago when I used to work at the Ace Hardware as a mechanic there. I got stumped with one repair. It was a lawnmower, it was a snowblower, excuse me. And it was having a surging issue. It wouldn't start. And I went through the whole thing. I cleaned the carburetor about 5 times, still would surge. So I replaced the carburetor, still would surge. And I was just scratching my head thinking, what could this be? It doesn't have an inline fuel filter, nothing like that. So I took the gas or the fuel line off, and I noticed, from experience, just watching fuel pouring down the fuel line, you can kind of know how much fuel has to come out of it. Well, this time it was about half of what was actually coming out of the fuel line, but the gas tank was full. So I took the fuel line off, and I removed all the fuel, took the fuel line off, looked through it straight through at the light, and sure enough, there was something clogged inside that fuel line, causing a fuel delivery issue. I'm like, of course, out of everything, you wouldn't know it until you actually check it. So, because you're not going to feel, a clog in that fuel line. You have to actually look through at the light. But, these small things we look over and we always think that the fuel line's good. But even something as small as a clog in the fuel line, which I don't know what it was, debris or something like that, must have built up on a ridge. But yeah, something like that stumped me. I was like, wow. Unbelievable.
Even more so if it's gravity fed fuel as well, because the fuel just sits in there, especially in the belly of the fuel line where it sags down. It just sit in there and just cling to the side. It's the same as like a hose pipe, isn't it? If you just lay it out in the garden and not empty the water out, eventually it'll get algae in there. And there's a trick where you can get a sponge and put it in there, then you turn the water on it and it cleans your hose out. It's the same sort of thing, but over here we get those little tiny filters that go inside the tank, little tiny mesh sort of filter. I just take them straight out, regardless. They just come out because they do clog up the system and reduce the amount of fuel coming out.
Yeah. Well, if you saw Ellis's latest video, he has had a Craftsman. It had the tank and up in front, and he had a pump. And it's like when you have a tank in the front, why would you have a pump on the motor?
Yeah.
Is this something new they're putting in, or what?
On a push mower?
No, on a rider.
Oh, riding mower?
Yeah.
Oh, a tank in the front. Wow, I never heard of that.
Yeah. Well, the tank was underneath the dashboard, but usually when you have the tank under the seat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Why would you have a pump on the motor and a tank under the dash? I couldn't understand that one. And I don't think he swapped that.
Sagging fuel line, maybe?
I don't think so. Is that something they're doing now, that they're putting in pumps and gas tanks in the front?
It was on a newer motor, or something already added?
It's not that old, that machine he had. If you check out Ellis's,
so what would happen if you bypass the pump, and Henry? Could you still gravity feed it or not?
Yeah, you would be able to, of course. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. That's what I'm just saying. Is this something new they're doing? Or is this a Craftsman thing or MTD thing or what?
No idea. I've seen them both ways. I've seen where the gas tank was in the back, but it didn't have a fuel pump. It was just a very long fuel line all the way down to the carb. Seen that. I've also seen fuel tanks in the front underneath the dash with a fuel pump and without a fuel pump. So
it's very common to find them that take the fuel pumps off as long as the fuel lead is not too long and to be able to gravity feed. But to actually have it on the front with a gravity feed is available, but to have a fuel pump on the back of it is that a pressure system to build the pressure into the carb, maybe, but I doubt it. Is it to activate the solenoid? Could be.
Well, maybe with the problems they're having with the needles, maybe they see putting a pump in there is one way to stop the,
it could be something just to activate the fuel solenoid, Henry, just to make sure that the solenoid has stayed open. It could be that. Yeah. But then it begs the question: if you remove the fuel solenoid and the pump and just gravity feed it, put a bolt in the bottom of a carburetor and it does the same thing. That don't make the most sense to me.
I don't know.
One of life's mysteries.
Yeah.
So just like your punches, I assume you need to grind your brass hammers. Look at that thing mushrooming. Check out the chips that were flying off of this thing.
You want to see the state of mine. Mine's about 15 times.
Wow, shake hands with danger, man.
I'll send you a photograph of mine, Kyle. You want to see mine.
those things were flying off today.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful. Make sure you wear safety glasses with those.
But do you grind down the edges on your hammer?
No.
No.
My wife bought me a soft blow hammer for Christmas. What's that for?
Yeah, really.
You're supposed to grind the mushrooming on your punches.
So I tend to find they tend to fly off when they get to a certain angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But for safety reasons, you're supposed to grind the mushrooming technically, right? You're supposed to do that with your hammer, so that doesn't happen.
Look, at the end of the day, Kyle, I have my own health and safety advisor. His name is Riley. When he advises me, I'll do it, okay?
Yeah, it was crazy because those were big old chunks, and I said, woo, woo.
What are you hitting with that hammer, anyways? What are you hitting with that hammer?
One of his snap-on wrenches.
Yeah. Anything. It's my brass hammer, so.
They make other hammers that you could hit things with too,
I know.
That there's strictly like something that's really that you don't want to mushroom,
No, I know. That was like the pin on there. I was trying not to mushroom that pin on there that I ended up having to tap, but it still did it. So.
Hey Phil, have you met Matt right there beside of you?
Yeah, he's been on my live a few times.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to say, I was going to tell Matt, how old are you, Matt? 17? You say?
Yep.
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, he's like about 24. He's already got 2 businesses. Just stick in there and do hard work. Like Mick says, get down and dirty.
Did you catch that young fella? I forget whose live it was on. I really can't remember. I think it would have been on.
Ken's.
It might be on Ken's. I think it was on Ken's this weekend.
Yeah.
A young lad in America. He's got to be 13 years old. He can tell you the difference between a Chevy straight block, and he can tell you the difference between all these vintage cars.
Like Chevelle 70s kid or something like that.
That's him. Yeah. Have you seen him? What a breath of fresh air that little lad is. My lord.
Yeah, that's Christian Stigers.
That's him. He's super cool.
Yeah.
That's what happens when your pops teaches you at a young age.
Yeah, exactly that, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. My 3 boys are upstairs chasing zombies and shooting snipers and all that sort of stuff. And that young 13-year-old lad is walking about in 2 foot of snow trying to find a wing mirror for a 1960 Chevy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Mick, real fast. I wanted to ask you. I've been trying to get a hold of the Rode Wireless Go microphones, and I can't seem to. Yeah, I can't seem to get one. They've been on back order for quite some time now.
I got Jason from Pate's Performance. I got him a link to one. It was missing 1 or 2 components. I think it was missing the little dead rabbit's foot that goes on the microphone, which in my opinion is not essential anyway. I'll try and dig out the link for you. If not, Phil, I'm more than happy if you PayPal me the money over. I'll purchase it and then I'll send it over and get it from the UK. It's the same thing, but I have found in the States they're really difficult to get hold of. But I did find a company that was selling them. I'll go from my Instagram messages to Jason. There was only about 2 websites I could find in the US that actually do stock the complete kits.
Oh, hold up.
I'm happy to purchase it over here and just PayPal me the money back and I'll post it over.
Okay. Just found one. Just found it. $229 though. I think they were running at $199, right?
Yeah. What is that? What are you actually getting a kit there, Phil?
So that it's a Rode Wireless Go transmitter receiver with Knox gear clip on lavalier microphone.
Lavalier mic, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't need that mic though.
Well, I tried it, but I got a little bit of white noise off of my lavalier mic. I don't use mine. But you also need the little jack cable. Do you use a GoPro, Phil, or what do you use for camera?
No, I use a phone, but you're probably talking about the TRS to TTRS or TRS.
Yeah, you can buy one of those for anything. That's actually the more expensive one. But you can buy one for your phone. So yeah, if you got one, if not, just let me know and I'll sort you out a deal over here and I'll post it. It only costs like £10 and send it, no problem. Just let me know.
Yeah. Did you check out Sweetwater, Phil?
Sweetwater? What's that?
I think it's sweetwater.com.
Sweetwater.com? What is that for?
I think that's what it is. That's where I got mine. I just got mine a week or 2 ago.
Oh, the wireless or the Rode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing you want to purchase, Phil, on top of that, I think is a must, is called the Rode Wireless Go Mag Clip.
Hold on, Mick. Do you have an Amazon Associates account?
Yeah.
How about you send a link? I don't know how this will work, but you send a affiliated link to that Rode, and I'll purchase from you. Is that even allowed?
Yeah, definitely. You can do that. The problem is my Amazon affiliate link is in the UK.
Oh, okay.
I can probably find an American one, but that's where the problem lies. Is that you can't? I couldn't find the Rode Wireless Go on Amazon in the US. That was the problem.
I just looked it up right now. I've been looking literally every day, and right now they finally have one on Amazon. So,
but do yourself a favor and set up an Amazon affiliate link, and then get your partner or someone to buy it for you. Get that way, you get money back as well.
yeah, that's true. I should have my wife do that because I have a affiliated link or affiliated account, but obviously I can't buy it for myself. So
that's it. Yeah, get a friend or someone to buy it for you, and that way you get money off of it as well.
yeah.
The wireless mag clip is really good. It just clips onto the receiver, onto the mic, and then you just get a little sheet of metal that comes with it, and you can just stick it on the inside of your clothes, or you can put it anywhere. It's really good because if it's too close to your mouth, you get a lot of heavy breathing on it. But having it right down here on his shirt, it works really, really well. I find it works better on the medium setting, not the high setting. Otherwise, you get a lot of interference coming back off of it, or outside white noise coming off it. But it's a fantastic bit of kit. I wouldn't be lost about it.
Yeah. Now, does it affect so when you speak this way and the mic's right here, and you go like this? Is that where you get like that white noise? Like when you start talking to it like that?
You can get a bit of muffling noise if your clothes rub on it. I used to have it on a bit of pull cord under my t-shirt initially, but you used to get a little bit of friction coming off of it. But since I put it on the outside, just with the mag clip on the inside, I don't get into that problem at all.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to shut this thing down.
Man, I'm scared of the dark. You can't leave me out here on my own.
Get home.
Yeah, cool.
Well, you already been over
Come on,
2 hours.
KB.
That's pretty good.
Well, it was nice to catch you, Carl. Anyway, mate, nice to have a chat with you and you guys. So
Yeah, appreciate you jumping on. Have a safe night, buddy.
yeah, we'll do.
Hey,
Take it
good-
easy.
All
Later.
right,
See you,
take care,
man.
KB.
Okay,
Keep on
appreciate y'all
digging.
jumping on.
Take care, guys.
Okay, see you, Henry. I appreciate you.
Have a good
Have
one.
a good day, B.
Hey, see you, William.
Hey,
Thank
Matt.
you.
Yeah, Matt, keep
Yep.
on digging. Keep on work on everything you can work on. Neighbor stuff, and stuff. That's the way to learn. You know,
Yeah, keep on.
Trying to get
keeping
my
on.
experience definitely
Yeah.
higher.
anything you can find with any machine, try to rebuild the carburetor and get on YouTube and learn.
Yep.
And,
I took a small engines course in school.
did you?
So
That's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
But the
So-
best is out there and just get out there and do it, because all machines are different. You know, different how it comes off.
Yep.
And stuff.
Take care, guys.
Hey,
Well,
see, thanks, man.
Henry. Have a good one, Kyle. Appreciate
All right.
all you do.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate your support, buddy.
Yeah, I'll try to. I'm gonna look you up too, Matt. Is this Matt Small Engine, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll check you out.
All right.
See
I
you on
appreciate it.
the next, baby.
Thanks for
All
joining me. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks again. Have a good one. Thanks for having me.
Okay, we'll see you guys.
You too.
Thanks.